Alright everybody, we're doing this again. And by doing this again, I've got something completely different to show people. It's kind of going to be like a category breaker because I'm not sure how I even feel about it. But we got something. More importantly, I get to practice the first 3 games because that's all the same. The big difference is going to be in Quest for Glory 4, which is what I've been waiting for, and this is not necessarily, this change is not necessarily something I'm happy with. I am and I'm not. I'm really torn about this run because it's not clean. I don't know how else to describe it. I think I'll be able to, you'll understand what I mean whenever I begin to explain what's going on in the run once we get to 4. But in the meantime, here we go. I'm going to start it off here. We're going to go through 1, 2, and 3, and that'll be pretty much vanilla. There's not really anything new going on there. But once things hit 4, that's when it's going to take a serious change. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's hope I can... This is actually my 3rd full attempt at trying to get this run to go. I have been fighting this game tooth and nail. I don't know why I safety saved there. There was nothing there. That was just embarrassing. If I was even 1 pixel closer, it probably would have been fine. Remove chair. Now and stack the candle. Once he turns the corner, you're good to go. But if you go wait too long, you're not good at all. So we're gonna ask about Elsa. Stop the slide. Pull the candle, or pull the handle. It's actually ended up being a pretty good run. And 126, I'll take that. I am actually really happy with that for a start. It's not my fastest, but it's not far off. And there's not really a lot of time to be saved in Quest for Glory 1 anymore. It's just optimization. I mean, we're talking like 3 or 4 seconds either direction. That can easily be made up or lost or gained or blown out of the water in any of the other Quest for Glory games. So number 2 alone, which is where I think number 2 is probably the most technical now, because we pretty much played the game legit, legit any percent with no major skips, at least in the remake. In the EGA we skip everything. It's a lot of fun. Just boring towards the middle. In the meantime, though, a lot of changes in my family. A lot of changes. Of course, we're still in the COVID-19 sort of quarantine in Pennsylvania. It's kind of hit like the yellow ground, which means that we're all supposed to still all follow the rules. But I'm seeing supermarkets act a little differently, which is nice. Had a baby. It's fun. My 4th little girl, Eleanor. We call her Nelly Nell. Eleanor of Aquitaine. I'm a big medieval guy, so anybody who was in the Second Crusade and gives birth to Richard the Lionheart is okay in my book. Only the greatest military mind of the Middle Ages. This took a weird turn, this video. Okay, anyway. Lots of good stuff going on in the family, too. We're all safe, we're all healthy. And I've had downtime, lots of downtime. In fact, I actually had to cancel 1 run, and I'm really glad the Crow was able to step in to finish. He was the better runner for it anyway. He took the world records and everything, which is good. So happy the Crow was able to do the run for side quest for Questing for Glory. But this is really, I've had a lot of time to think, even if I haven't had a lot of time to play, and I came up with something wondering, would it be enough to make it work? And The answer was yes, actually. There was a little more razzle-dazzle that had to go into it. Funny, I'm putting in Rootin' Tootin' Root Beer up there, but razzle-dazzle root beer is the code, debug code for the EGA version of this game. But I had an idea, and it worked. And normally my harebrained schemes when it comes to trying to break Quest for Glory 4 don't work. This one did, but it's a little dirty. Dirty's the only way I can describe it. I mean, it's... Again, I'm not going to go into it just yet. I want to talk about it whenever we get there, because it just blows my mind that it's possible. Because once again, it seems like some of the stars align, but some don't. But it gives me a better idea of where they could align. And even still, I think that this will be a proper any %, even if it's not a no major stats or no stat glitch run. Which is my usual category. This is definitely, I would say this definitely qualifies for any %. But we'll talk about that when we get there. And I'm going to save the game. Character saved, good, got it. Let's go. I wait to see the character file, or the file list move in the background, so I know that there's a new file in the folder, so that way I can just quit out whenever it's there. So, wow, you didn't get any stats. Nice. 3, 2, we don't need to count. Already. Time's already rolling. Game speed, game skill, silly clouds, let's go. The big thing in Quest for Glory 2 is not clicking out of the window. That is the hardest thing for me in this game. Just gotta be careful. I probably don't need to do this, but I'm going to anyway, so. I'm training up my Flame Dart skill for Quest for Glory 3 whenever I fight the demon. Not what I meant to do, but that's okay. I'm gonna buy 2 sets of healing, and that's it. I think I'm okay to, let's just do click again. I think that's all I need. I don't even technically need 2. I think I'm just doing it kind of as a safety precaution. Okay, this is day 2. I accidentally hit day, so we're on day 2. Night 2. Night 3. Night 4. Night 5. I'm going to safety save here just because I am petrified. Night 6. I'm going to double check the time also because why not? We're good. Oh, that is a bad position, but we got it. That is the most dangerous position he can appear in. He's random where he shows up, but some places are more dangerous because he will one-shot me. He will undeniably one-shot me at this point. Day 7. 8. 9. 2, and then you hold the 1 key and he gets you the Fuller's Earth. And then we're going to make a purchase here. I should probably have enough to do this. I probably shouldn't need to barter here. I'm going to feel really stupid if I do. 15, 25. Okay, I need to barter once. It's fine. I don't care. As long as I just don't need to barter. As long as I have enough to get everything I need, I'm okay. I'll be happy. Oh, I did not get that. That is not good. Annoying. scrub, not doing my normal thing. Anyway, I'm going to practice some flame dart here also. Building up that magic skill way more than I usually do. Good to go. And day 10. We're going to day 13. 11. 12. 13, just in case. I hate if I miscount, but if I load, I know I'm on the right day then, so. Okay, let's go to the apothecary. We're going to try to handle this scrub here. Nice. Good. One cycle. I love it. Just enough to get him on one cycle if you do it that. I don't know if that saves time or not to train that much, but I am really training for the sake of Quest for Glory 3. Let's throw the water on the ground. Let's see, did I get it in one cycle? It looks like I did. Nice. $15. 16. Katas will be coming in. Actually, really happy with this time. Like, this would be a really good pace even if I wasn't, like even if I was doing a normal route, this would actually be a really good pace right now. I don't think it's faster than my current record, but it's not. I gotta say, it doesn't seem like it's far off. I'd have to take a look. It's probably pretty close. That ship here was actually really clean now that I think about it. Now, the reason I'm not streaming is because I pretty much don't have enough time to do a good, proper stream. I don't. My wife will be coming up. We're both exhausted from the baby. Exhausted's not the wrong word. She sleeps through the night, which is fantastic. Last night she got up a little bit early and then didn't go back down, so I mean, but she still slept till like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, so we just didn't sleep well the night before, so. But also I want my wife to be able to come in and go to sleep if she needs to, so. Come on, intermission, let's do this. I hope I don't run into any problems. Each time I've tried to record this, this third or fourth time I've tried to record this, I'm losing track of time. Each time I've tried to record this, I've run into a new glitch that I've had to figure out a workaround for. Safety save there just because. Got it. Alright. Ugart is disappearing. Poor guy. Never stood a chance against Khabib. I'll take him out for you later, buddy. Don't worry. With a classic thief plunging attack. It's going to be wonderful. The nice thing is, because I don't have a lot of time, though, it means that I can get a run in every once in a while. I think now it's faster to do it this way. I'm waiting for somebody to prove me wrong. I mean, there's more room for misclicks because you're actually navigating hallways and stuff, but if you don't mess up, I think it's faster to do that than to wait the 10 seconds. in that room. Now, in the EGA, it's not a question. The EGA is definitely faster to wait in that room. Let's go see Jafar. There's Edevies. I'll be saving all through this area. The funny thing is, I'm on a good pace, and I'm like not really worried about whether or not I'm on a good pace right now. And I clicked out of the window just as I said that, which is, look how slow that was that time. We're caught back up, thank God. Good, got that. Fire there, any second it'll come up. Got it. Teleport to Bliss. Safety save. Let's run. Somehow it looks like it's still processing me clicking out of the window again, but it looks like it caught back up finally. Man, that is crippling for time. Alright, we're going to do plunging attack because this is the way I get down without the game crashing. Alright, let's go. And wonderful. Why not? And you can't load. Why would you disable the hotkeys here? Come on, HDI. I mean, I love this remake. This is so much faster, but dear lord, did I really need to see that I was dead? I guess hitting escape would have probably done it. It's good. This is why safety save, though. That was actually a glitch that sometimes the trap triggers on the door, but the door doesn't open. It should simultaneously happen. I'll save here just in case. Plunging attack. That's what's supposed to happen. That's really what's supposed to happen. So anyway, that lost me a bunch of time, but that's okay. It's alright. Yeah, again, as I was saying, I'm not really trying for the same kind of world record quality that the 5735 is. It's a little different this time, and you'll see why. It's coming up shortly. Coming up soon. As we hit the end of Quest for Glory 3, I'll start explaining the Quest for Glory 4 glitch a little bit. I love how much faster this is too. Zero. Okay, we're taking this file now to Quest for Glory 3 and play game, import character, Tarna, Thief. I can't believe my stat is only 146. I would have thought it would have been higher. That's okay. My flame dart skill is what I'm really interested in. So, whenever you import into Quest for Glory 2, I think you end up with a starting flame dart skill of 25. As long as you import into the remake. You don't get it at all if you don't import into the remake. You get nothing. Alright, let's get this. Speed, skill. Hit escape too many times. I gotta remember this is a game where you don't hit escape. We're gonna hope that we get good RNG, which means we won't. Oh, we did. That's okay. Sleep till morning scenario. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Earth pick, I'll take an earth pick. In fact, I think I have every game for the last like 10 times I've done this run, so. Well, not this run, but going through this part. 20 minutes. And run off screen. I like using the diagonals now to do my movement. I find that it's a little more forgiving on those weird one-screen pop-ups that show up. And we should be getting into the peace conference anytime. Again, I'm not in danger of getting into any encounters, any RNG things. It's just a matter of making sure you don't you get as few of those little screens as possible. You just want to keep moving on the main map so that way you waste time. Because you don't waste time if you're not moving. Now time is irrelevant. I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit closer. I will be doing a safety save for the next big glitch, which is on the screen. That should do it. Let's do a safety save here. Got it. I love that new setup. It's so much more consistent. And yet I have messed it up a couple times. I think 3 or 4 now. There was a time where I had messed it up in a year. It's so much more consistent also than hitting the insert and click key. You just move your mouse up to the top as you're doing the screen transition, and you just keep double clicking on the walk icon and you get it. I wonder if I can do something here. Let's try this. Nope. It blocks out your walk icon there. Can't do it, sorry. If it did allow me to take control, in theory, I would be able to take this over to the waterfall and skip this entire scene here, but I don't think it's possible. City, fence. Beg. Gotta do it 4 times unless you've got good communication skills, and then it scales down. If you got good communication skill, you can do it in 1. You just ask him to take it, and he'll do it. Keeping my mouse up at the top so I can see if any icons. See, it's interesting that the top bar is disabled for this part. That's fine. You definitely want to be running in this, otherwise you do this like really weird slow walk over to the over to the waterfall. It's not good. It loses time. Here we're going to cast the levitate spell, come down and leave, and that cancels the encounter. Casting levitate cancels the encounter. The other alternative is you can run off screen, and the moment the encounter begins to spawn, then it cancels automatically. It's faster. It's faster that way. It's faster than levitate. Until recently, that was my new favorite glitch. Alright. The autosave is at that encounter back there, so I'm not terribly worried if I screw this up, because I've done it like once. I guess I could do it again. But the game's actually pretty generous with your time here. I use the insert key to switch over to the walking icon. You'll see me do that pretty much all through the series. Alright, so we're going to calm them to make them yawn. We're going to cast the open spell to get through the door. We're going to run over to the door, open it up. We're going to see this person turn into the demon that we got to fight. We're going to use some magic pills that we brought with us. Autosave here because we don't get one for some reason. Autosaving in this game is not very generous. Wow. 3 instant connects. That is... I'm not that lucky. I used to lose against this guy all the time because I was trying to do the just use flame dart effectively. And then I realized that if you do alternating strikes, you pretty much get them every time. Like, I mean, that wasn't even close that time. Plus, training up ahead of time does a body good, I don't know what to say. I'm doing more damage with flame dart, and I have more mana pool because I trained in Quest for Glory 2. All the posse comes out of the Ankh. I wish I could skip this. If there was a skip for this. The funny thing is I can unlock my character in the demon scene. I can run around. There is no door transition trigger that I can find over here. I could unlock my character and then walk over there so that way the transition happens immediately whenever this scene is over. I don't know if it really saves time because you've got to actually unlock your character, which is just a matter of casting a spell like in Quest for Glory 1. Like if you cast the tech spell, I think, or trigger, you can run over to that. You can run over. You can run behind the rocks, you just can't... I can run off the world, I just can't get to this room and skip the demon. Not yet. Once in a while, I do stop and I take a look at that room. Should be coming any second. Come on. There he is. Took a little while this time. I doubt I'm going to get this on the first try. I never get this on the first try. Nope. It's okay. You get a safety save here, so. And, wow! Game likes me. I got it on the second try. I usually get it on the third. There we go. What happens is that you click fast enough, you can unlock your character before he transitions over into the room in the door, and you skip the conversation. And then you can run over to where you're supposed to throw, and for some reason the trigger just works there. What I'm going to be doing is transferring the character into Quest for Glory for disc version 1. Now, if you can get your hands on a copy of the disc version, it's probably not version 1. What you do is you delete all the SRC and HEP files, and you'll go back to version 1 with an asterisk attached to it. What happens in Quest for Glory 4 is that, in this version, is that the game exports a character file that is unreadable by any, not even the readers here. I'm going to load the Mega Glitch Activate save. You'll see that it transitions to the end of a game. Doesn't matter how many characters we have here, it doesn't matter. We're not saving a character. It goes right back to the screen. All the flags for the end game have been loaded and set. So whenever I import, the game is going to think I'm at the end of Quest for Glory 4. Norm, we knew this already. This was something I discovered a little while ago, but there wasn't really a way to get it to work with the import. I thought of a dirty way to make it work. If you finish the game with an extra torch and leave the torch in this room, which you normally can't do, I realize that's what makes it so dirty here, is that you can grab the torch, exit the room. This was the gatekeeper here. Now, that's not the only problem you have. Nor you need a grapnel to be able to climb up into the final area there, and we do not have a grapnel. So how are we going to get a grapnel? Well, you would think that there's a couple options. You can either leave one in town throughout the entire game, and whenever you do the weird glitch, by the way, I recommend watching the video on that, on the proper any percent for this. Oh, shoot. Alright, that should unlock my character. Nice. I deserve that. I deserve that. I deserve that. I deserve that. I gotta quit. It's gonna go to Quest for Glory 4 now. This is the way to save it. All the stuff is gonna recognize it, so I've gotta do it this way. It's just faster. It just works better. Alright, so we're going to cancel here, cancel. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I forgot to do the glitch, and that screwed me, so I deserve that. By the way, if you use the walking icon, you can't actually get out of the door. You must use the hand, and the hand allows you to transition out in version 1.0. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The way that you get the grapnel is by getting back into the cave. The game will do a check to give you the grapnel whenever, if you don't have it, it'll automatically give it to you, so that way you can actually complete the game. I'm going to travel past this guy, so that way it resets the encounter rate, and I should be able to get to the graveyard without a hiccup now. So, how do we get back in, you might ask? Well, we go in. Because all the flags for the endgame are set, I get there by getting to the Grand Hall. Funny thing is, I had the keys in the previous save, but because I don't have the keys now, the game checks the keys and sees I don't have the key that's here, and it allows me to get the key again. I have no idea why. It's like the perfect storm of craziness, and that's not even the weirdest thing about it. Like, this whole thing with the grapnel was just really cool, but that's not what the actual gatekeeper was. The real gatekeeper of the series was, even if we could get into the last room, we figured... Need to get my open spell up to 50 so that way I don't die. Anyway, we figured the real gatekeeper of the series would be the staff in the final room. Turns out the game just gives you a staff in the final room if you don't have it. Just flat out gives it to you. No rhyme, reason, no explanation as to how you get it. It just abracadabras into your inventory, just like the grapnel is going to do right there. With the grapnel in hand, I don't even need to use the grapnel, I just need to have it in my inventory. I can now get into the final room of the game with our friend here, Mr. Peter Miller. Now, let's continue here. I said that the export did not work in this, and that is true. However, Sierra realized it with its first major patch of the game, that there was a problem. So, I pulled just that patch file out of the 1.1 update, and took that just took that room, that script for the exporting, which is script number 52, and patched just that section, and copied the patch files over. So that is the only thing that is patched in this version. By the way, you would, if you were playing this legitimately, need more than just that patch. At least number 330, which fixes the dump boy. So, what is going to happen is the game has given me a snap, which is pretty amazing. The game expects you to know the ultimate joke here, so you're able to just tell it. I happen to know Force Bolt, and for whatever reason that kills him here. You want to hear this music, you want to see that final message, and then you want to click. You can do it a little earlier, you risk really hard locking the game there, like even to the point where you can't load. That is really a dirty run. I don't know how else to describe it because it requires you to glitch the game in a way that is pretty much not possible with the current ways that we can do it. So I have to use a glitched save file, but beyond that, the glitch is not actually in the character file that I'm running. The glitch is in the way that the game processes the save. So it's a little interesting. Our rules don't specify for this situation because who the heck would have thought that this would have happened? So I am well opened to interpretation on how this should work. On whether or not we change our minds here. Notice the timer has stopped because wonderful, it took me to the wrong place. I am going to quit out because I think it's faster to do it this way. Import. I want to put it all in the magic here so that way. You definitely want to go into danger, it's definitely faster. Anyway, I'll retime this afterwards. It should be about 40 minutes. Trigger, calm, and frostbite, and just forgiveness. That was actually not a great place to spawn. I'm gonna safety save here because why not? Frostbite this wall. I've never missed it, but there it goes. I can genuinely say I've never failed to kill him, but I'm always scared because sometimes it takes me to like my last cast and do it. And we're not exactly sure where he is in the wall. The only reason it works is because it's an area of effect spell. I mean, we're going to get a refill anyway, and it's a good idea because it'll boost my Frostbite. Notice I didn't learn Frostbite, the game just gives it to you because you know magic from the previous game. If I didn't have 50 in my open spell before going into this game, open would have disappeared, so you have to cast open. Normally you're going through the castle casting open, you get above 50. There's a lot of little things that come together to make sure that you can actually win. Live Split really doesn't like this game anymore, so I'm not sure if I need to do an update on it or what, but sometimes it continues running in the background, sometimes it freezes. Either way, I'll retime this. Alright, cool. We are headed to the end. By killing the brigand in the wall, it triggers the events of the end game, and we're able to literally just... I like safety saving here because I don't trust myself to get it right. What is the key for this? Are you kidding me? There we go. That's fine. Probably going to be not ending well there. Nice. Nice. Okay, so far so good. I cast Calm, which stops all the enemies in the room, and then I cast the open spell, and it auto-pilots me up to the top, because the enemies don't start moving till about now. It's enough that I can juke them automatically. If you don't cast Calm, sometimes you get caught up. You usually are okay, but it's not a guarantee. Will wonders never cease? Okay. Fine. We'll do it again. Again, this was not really a full... I figure it will go sub 40 if I really were to do this legit. What a weird glitch. I have, again, never had that happen. Just insane, some of the glitches that pop up. And you know what, if I had done this in a full run, this would have been a, like, hour in, and I would have just completely lost the run there, even if it had been going well. It drives me nuts because question 45 is so glitchy at the end. I mean, granted, I'm glitching it on purpose. It's just frustrating. There we go. We need to kill 2 goons. And if the second goon didn't spawn, I couldn't kill 2 goons. Simple arithmetic. Never seen that.
You think you have won, do you? You are mistaken. I will not be defeated. I will destroy everything and you both will die. I hold the
Notice I don't care about my magic
my
at this
hand.
point. I have
When
enough.
it breaks,
I have spells.
the dark
I have
dragon
potions
will rise to destroy
I'll
all
actually
of
take those
Silmaria.
potions before I get to the
If
next
I
area.
cannot rule what is rightfully mine, then I shall
faster to do
destroy
that.
it. You cannot stop
Managing
me.
Elsa is
No
actually
one
the
can
hardest
stop
part
me.
about the end game here.
I am
she
your
likes to
doom.
talk, and that will cancel your action. So you have to be holding the space pretty darn quick to get her dialogue. Actually, is my... There was the rat. Teleport to fix the pillar. Teleport to fix the pillar. I'm gonna fix the pillar. Everybody's gonna jockey for position. Sacrifice himself. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. That's okay. Elsa's gonna keep taking pot shots. She probably won't do any more damage, but I'm gonna heal up.
The dragon has gotten.
She's observant. I like doing circles. What'll happen is, even though I'm doing circles here, the game will transition me automatically to the next area. Just need space to stop her talking. Dragon always is in the same spot. I can come right up here and apparently fail to kill the dragon within an inch of its life. Just need to hit it with one more thing. Even with those little hiccups in Quest for Glory 5, I think you can see that this is much faster than the current. Whatever it might be. That would be time. Experience points, puzzle points, 195. I'm gonna just Alt F4 out. My timer did in fact crash, which is typical for me recently. I'm gonna have to retime this. If I were to take a guess, I'd say it's probably within the 42 range, which would beat the record by 15 minutes. I'm gonna double check that and make sure, but it's not clean. I think you see what I mean. I have to patch the game using an official Sierra patch, but not fully patching it. Patching one aspect of it, which you're able to. Again, this was an official Sierra patch, so it's not as if it's not a legitimate patch. However, You're kind of playing the game in the way the devs weren't intending. I mean, which was always the way a speedrun works. Let's be fair here. Um, yeah, that is the nuts and bolts of it, though. You need a save file that has a torch, an extra torch in it, so that way you can leave a torch for the next character coming through. That was what I used the debug mode to give myself, was an extra torch. If there's a way that we could give ourselves an extra torch or glitch ourselves in an extra torch, it really doesn't matter, because the glitch is a result of the save file that came before it, because Quest for Glory 4 doesn't clear out the inventory data. If you go to new game after loading the game, you actually have your full inventory. So you already have the torch. It's not a live issue. It's only an issue for the imported character. The other option would be to find a way to get out of that room without the torch. If you can get out of the room without the torch, then you don't need the torch, in which case you still need the save file to load the endgame data for you, but you're still doing everything as your number one character. The only thing that is left behind, and not by you, it's left behind by someone else. It's really, I'm willing to talk about this. Because especially you end the game with 0 out of 500 points. It literally says 0 because it already has awarded you all the points that it can. You're not doing anything that hasn't already been done in the game on the previous save that still has its information in there. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave this up for discussion because this is obviously very weird. I'll make sure that I get the timing right, and I'll do a time on it to make sure that it's posted with the right time. I got to find out what's going on with Live Split also. But in the meantime, I'll see you soon, and we'll talk about this because this is what I was waiting for, a way to make this work. It's not the way I was thinking it would, but I'm hoping it leads to some thought as to how it could. So, talk to everybody soon. Or if this is the way it works, it does. So, talk to you soon.